Hello and namaste. I am Harshala and I welcome you to my channel. If you are active on Instagram, make sure to follow me. I will share the link in the description box below, and also make sure to subscribe to my channel. That being said, I know a book date is incomplete without a visit to bookstore and purchasing at least one single book, so we are just gonna do that. I'm going to the Grovel Mall here in Mumbai. They have a crossword and I'm going to explore that, so come with me. So we are here at Crossword. Basically, we came to Grovel's Mall because there is no other Crossword nearby. We are here. So I just got one book for myself from Crossword, that is this Kismat Connection. It is like by this Indian author called Ananya Devrajan, and I'm not sure like what this book is about. I really like the cover and all the desi vibe going on here, and I haven't read like many Indian authors. In fact, I don't remember reading Indian authors as such. So I thought that this is like the best book to get my hands on because I absolutely love the cover. That being said, Ira did get like two books. One she got, I think, How I Taught My Grandmothers to Read by Sudha Murthy, and she already started reading. So she told me that it is like kind of an autobiography, or maybe like her own story, Sudha Murthy's own story. And then she got Pinocchio, which was like on sale, like half price. So she was like really excited. So for all the three books, we paid around, no, we paid exactly 699, which was like 700 rupees. And I absolutely adored like the visit there, because with Ira, things get fun and we love like books. Okay, we are a family who reads and we absolutely enjoyed our time there. That being said, now it's time to journal, and I want to like show you guys how I set up my new month. I actually have started writing in my journal, like book journal. As soon as I finish a book, I want to like write about it like in a day. So I don't have like much to update you guys, but in the month of July, like after the month of June ends, like after the first 6 month end, I'm going to like give you guys a flip through of my reading journal. So yeah, that video is coming soon. I know that I said that it will come like at the start of the year, but I was like not emotionally and mentally prepared to like share that piece of my life with you guys, because it feels personal. Okay, I like write random stuff which is like really personal, and yeah, let's just go and journal. So yeah, and with that we are done with our journaling. And there are so many things that I want to share. Number one, I was in a bad reading slump in the month of May, and it was like because of this one book which I took like 19 days to read, and I hated. Okay, I am someone who like loves reading and who eats up like a book in a day, or a one book in like 1.5 days. And for me, like, it was like such a shocker because I have never been in a reading slump at all, like not like never in my life since childhood. And it was like such a bad time. And one book has that power to like just ruin your entire mood, your entire vibe. Like, that book like took away the joy of reading for me, and I was so upset. But other than that, mentally and emotionally, the month of May was like a dream, like a endless summer dream. And I was like, oh my god, is this me? Is this like what my life looks like now? How can I be like so happy? And how can I like bolte na, I was not even able to like digest that this is my life. Like every single day I didn't go anywhere. I didn't like I did no book shopping, or like I did not do anything. Okay, I was just at home and I was just going down. Okay, I made some new friends, and I think I made quite a few friends. And there were a lot of things that I did, like in my society itself. Like, we did not go anywhere because Ira was like she wants to like play, and I was like, okay, because it is summer and I know like the joy of playing is like different. But on the reading part, like on the reading front, I was like so upset. And the book that put me in a reading slump was The Prisoner's Throne. And that book did not only like put me in a reading slump, it also put me in a creative slump. Like, I was so demotivated, and like so I was just not feeling myself creatively. And that definitely affected every aspect of my creative life. Everything was like dull for me in the month of May, but yet I think May is the best month that I have ever had. That being said, let's talk about our TBR for the month of June. So, because I had like no TBR in the month of May, because I did not like read any summer books or beachy reads. I wanted to like read romance books that give you summer vibe, and I like just wanted to enjoy last few days of like June, like last few weeks where we do not have like rains in Mumbai. Because if you live in Mumbai, like the weather just gets like so stormy and gloomy and dull. Like, I dislike rain. Like, I love rain when like I'm inside, but when I have to like step outside, and I love getting wet in rain. But if I have to like commute somewhere, I just dislike rain. Another thing that I dislike is like I am like a beach girly, and I love sun, but when the sun is not there, I like tend to get depressed, and I just dislike that entire seasonal depression kind of vibe that goes on. So I just don't want that. But yeah, talking about my TBR, I have like quite ambitious TBR. I have 19 books that I want to read in the month of June, and I just want to like talk about them now. So give me a moment. I have the first stack, which I already like. I think I have read quite a few books. Give me a moment because I want my hands to be free. I dislike this, like taking the books out. Wait. Like, you won't believe it when I said like that I have been in a creative slump. I did not expect myself to be in a creative slump so badly. But yeah, I'm lazy. So I preferred no dressing up and all, because I don't know why, I just didn't feel like it. But yeah, talking about June, so June marks the end of half year. So I wanted to make sure that all the books that I had selected in my various TBR videos, and some of them I did not end up reading, I wanted to like get done with them so that there is no backlog. So the one book that I do remember, like I did not like pick up, and I also picked that book up in the month of April. Like 2 different TBR videos I picked that book, and that was I don't know if you can see, like wait, let me remove it. it was the fourth wing, but now I am not like picking up the fourth wing. That is the only book that will be like left or pending from my first 6 months, because I definitely want to get my hands on like my iron frame copy, like hardcover collector's edition, and only then I am going to pick up and read fourth wing. That being said, another book that was pending from my January TBR was Shadow and the Bone, and Shadow and the Bone is basically a trilogy. And my book basically is with someone, like someone asked me to give them a book so that they can start reading, because they are a newbie and they haven't read like any fiction books in their entire life. And I just like finished reading Shadow and the Bone, and I was like, you know what, this is the simplest and the easiest book that you can read, yet it is like one of the best books that I have read. So I gave my Shadow and the Bone copy to them, so that is with them. So the first book that I want to read in the month of June is Shadow and the Bone. The second one is obviously the book 2, Siege and Storm. The third one is Ruin and Rising. Basically it is a fantasy series, and so far I have finished reading Shadow and the Bone and Siege and Storm, and I have to say, like, if you haven't read it, even if you have watched like the Netflix show, I will like I have like seen only the first season of Shadow and Bone, and that only spoiled like the first book. Like Shadow and the Bone ka plot was like ruined for me, because I saw the first season, I did not see the second season. But this book was so good. Like, it was not exceptionally good as the Shadow and the Bone, but it was like equally good. Okay, like I gave that one a 4-star. Like, this is TMI, this is a TBR video. I don't know why I'm talking about ratings, but yeah, this entire series is like really good. If you are a beginner, definitely pick up the Shadow and the Bone trilogy. So yeah, these are the 3 books that I want to read in the month of June. I was gonna say January, but no, it's not January, it is June. Let me keep it like this. Yeah, then I wanted to read, like I told you guys in the month of January that I want to read like one classic every month. That did not happen. Like, after Alice in Wonderland, I did not pick up anything. So finally, like, I picked up Sense and Sensibility. I think this is the first published work of Jane Austen, and there is another book, I think, yeah, it was Lady Susan, The Watson and Sanderson. Like, these 3 are, I think, incomplete works of her which were like published post her death, and these are like incomplete, so I did not want to like start with something like that. So I picked up Sense and Sensibility, and it is a story of sisters and like a family who is like, I'm like not much in, I am on chapter 9. So basically this is a story of sisters, Marianne and wait, Eleanor. Yeah, Marianne and Eleanor, and it is about their journey. When their father dies, they are like shipped to another place, and that place is like not something that they expected, and it is like far away. And I don't know much, because I did not like read the blurb, and I'm 9 chapters in, and like they are like shipped to that place, and now they have like started living their life, and they do have like lovers prior, but I don't know like what is gonna happen now. So yeah, Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen is the 4th book that I want to read, and like I'm going to read it very slowly, take my time. And also Sense and Sensibility and all the classic books by Jane Austen are like available with Audible subscription, I think, or free, I don't remember, because I have an Audible subscription, so like it is free for me. So I'm like listening as well, because there are certain words that are really difficult to understand, and the pronunciation is like not something that I am used to. So listening to book and like reading it, like I do it together, and I love that experience. Okay, listening to a book and like reading it at the same time, like holding your hardcover or paperback and listening to a book, it like just feels perfect. And usme tum barish la lo, like there's rain outside, and then you have a warm cup of tea or water or your favorite drink. Yeah, that is like perfection. Then the next book that I want to read is by Emily Henry, and it's called Happy Place. It is like one of the best books by the author, and most of the people have like given it a 4.5 or a 5-star, and I really have like high expectations from the book. But the only thing is like I purchased this copy from this bookstore called the Right Book Place, and now the book place, like the store, is like not operative. It is like shut down. And what I realized is all the books that I got from that bookstore, most of the pages were like missing from, like there were few chapters that were missing from few books. So yeah, like that is what I'm scared of. But I also want to tell you guys one thing. So because I was so freaking confused about my TBR, and I was so anxious, and I was like kind of in a reading slump and a creative slump, and I felt like I do not have like any book, like all the books on my shelf. I don't know, like mentally I feel that I have read them, but I haven't. If you can see, like I literally sat down and like wrote every single book that I haven't read but is either on my shelf or on my TBR card, and I had like 100 of them. Okay, I actually had 99. Then I got, like, because I loved Shadow and the Bone so much, and there was this sale going on in Crossword, like online on their website. I got the collector's edition of Six of Crows, and it was for what, around 487 rupees or something, like below 500, which was an absolute steal deal. Like, one rule that I have for myself, because I'm broke, guys, okay, I love buying books, but I love buying in bulk. And one thing that I absolutely like dislike is like purchasing books that are like so expensive, like for like no reason. I feel like a hardcover book should be around like 600, not more than that, and a paperback should be like not more than like 350 or 400, like not more than 400 at all. But then there are few books like the new releases, they are like so freaking expensive. Some books are like for 500, 700 rupees, and I'm like, no, I cannot afford it. And I know like many of you cannot afford it. Okay, like in the end what happens is like we end up like someone like me who like reads 20-25 books on a monthly basis. Like purchasing like almost one book every single day is not like feasible at all. And when you like look at these prices, it is like so expensive. Enough talk about that. Then because I had like 100 books when I bought Six of Crows, and I still felt like I do not have books, and that was because I really was craving a good romance book, a good summer read, a good like cozy romance book. And I haven't read like many books. When it comes to like physical books, you can see like I have 100 of them. So I went ahead and like I decided that every month, instead of like a genre, now I will also like, obviously I'm gonna pick a genre, but I will also be picking up like a author whose entire collection I want to read like in a particular month, or at least I want to like purchase. Like I want those books with me, so whenever I feel like they are like reading them, I just know I have to like pick it. I don't have to wait. So yeah, because I already had Happy Place and Emily Henry had quite a few books, like 4 or 5 more books only. I got myself a few more books from her collection. So now my like unread book count or my TBR sits at 103 physical copies. So I bought 3 more books, and the first book that I actually started reading on Kindle, I purchased it on Kindle. I thought that I don't need the physical copy, but the first chapter like got me. Okay, I was like, I want to read this book. Another book that I absolutely loved, like I started reading it on Kindle, and I was like, I need a physical copy of that book, but it is not available anywhere, and it is Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. And it was like the prologue and the first chapter will like instantly like make you want to purchase the book and like read the physical copy. It is that good, and I see myself like giving it at least a 4-star. Like I have not finished reading it. I was like searching for a physical copy everywhere. Like the physical copy is available in pirated stores, but I wanted to buy from a legit vendor, because I've learned my lesson. I now like buy books legally or legitly, because I do not like want to participate in piracy. Yeah, that is the only reason. So yeah, 1 2 3 4 5. So yeah, Happy Place was the 5th book that I wanted to read, and the 6th book that I wanted to read was Just for the Summer, which I have which I have purchased on my Kindle, because the physical copy is not available in India. If you know like any bookstore that legitly like sells just for the summer, do let me know in the comments below. Like I'm ready to like give 1000 rupees for that book because it is so freaking good. So the sixth book on my TBR is Beach Read, and I did start reading it, and then I also got Book Lovers because why not. And I finally got Funny Story, like which is the latest release by Emily Henry. And yeah, so these are the 3 books that I definitely want to purchase. No, I already purchased them, that I want to read. The only thing that I dislike is like all the books, like only the 2 books that are like from her earlier collection are like of the same size. All other books are like of different sizes, if you can see. Yeah, it sucks, but we'll have to make do with it. Also, I absolutely hate the covers. Okay, what is this cover like this is like still decent, but what is this cover? Like the other covers that I saw on Pinterest and everywhere on the internet are so freaking good. Like this cover is still good, but the cover that is like the original cover that is available in India is like not good at all. And the sun is about to set. Let me like change the brightness a little bit. Yeah, much better. So yeah, these are all the romance books that I want to read. Like there are more. Wait, like all the books that I have picked out, most of them are like romance. There are only like 1 classic, 3 what? Fantasy. Oh my god, my brain is like buffering right now. But yeah, the only book that I do not have from Emily Henry is People We Meet on Vacation, and that is because while I was like purchasing, People We Meet on Vacation was for 395 rupees, which I felt was slightly expensive. So I was like, थोड़ा सा और प्राइस कम होता, like around 300, like below 320, I would have purchased it because I got like Book Lovers. First, I just got Beach Read and Funny Story, and then I saw that Book Lovers was available for 275 rupees. So I was like, why not? Sasta hai. It still costed money, but girl math. That being said, yeah, Happy Place, I might, if there are pages missing in this copy, I might like purchase the original copy from Amazon. The next few books that I want to read, Better Than the Movies. I did pick this book up in the month of December, and I did not dislike it. It was just not relatable to me. But after reading quite a few romance books, I think that this might be relatable now. There are a lot of like, Western mentions or references, like when it comes to movies or when it comes to books, which I have not seen, so I couldn't like make out. So to read this book, I have to like go on Netflix or maybe some other channel and then watch that movie and then come back, and then it was like too much for me mentally. So I was like, what, I'll read it some other time. But yeah, Better Than the Movies is basically a romance book. I have like no idea what this is about. If you want to like read the blurb, go ahead and read it, pause the video. But as you guys know, I like going blind in my books. The next book that I want to read is The American Roommate Experiment. I read The Spanish Love Deception in the month of December, and I did not like love it, but I did not like hate it as well. But I definitely want to try out The American Roommate Experiment. And this is about the best friend. Like in The Spanish Love Deception, like the book is above here, so that is why my finger is like going up. But The Spanish Love Deception, I think Rosie is like her best friend, like the main character's best friend, and Lucas is like the main character. I forgot her name, like I just forgot her name. Okay, so Rosie is basically the best friend and Lucas is like her cousin, the main character in The Spanish Love Deception. Yeah, and it is basically like roommates, maybe fake dating as well, but I'm not too sure. Then I picked this book during last year's Lock the Box event. It is The Summer Seaside Kitchen, and the title is like perfect. and I think this is a cozy fluffy romance book. Like there won't be any spice as such, as far as I know, but I am like going to make video on every single book that I'm going to read in the month of June. So yeah, so next 2 months you are going to get like summer content, so please don't mind, because I'm too like, just a second, I'm too slow when it comes to editing. And yeah, with that we are done with that lot. Now we have King of Pride, because I read King of Wrath, and I already have like King of Sloth on my Kindle Unlimited, because that book is available for free. So I definitely wanted to like read this King of Pride, which is about Kai, right? Yeah, Kai and Isabella, and Isabella is basically the main character's friend in King of Wrath. So yeah, I definitely want to like finish reading this so that I can read King of Greed, and then I can like read King of Sloth. And then there is like, I don't think any other book. Yeah, this is like the only, I think, book that is not a romance book, but I definitely wanted to read it because it's been like a while since I purchased it, and it's like many people have been like raving about this book, so I wanted to read this. Eleanor Oliphant is completely fine. I always mess up the name, okay? Eleanor Oliphant is completely fine. I have no idea what this book is about, but I think if there is like one book that you should like purchase, make it this one, if you are not into romance. In the month of December, I again read If He Had Been With Me. Yeah, If He Had Been With Me by Laura Novlin, and this is like the book 2, which is from the point of view of Finn. And if you can see, I have like already finished reading this book, like half of the book. And If Only I Had Told Her has 3 point of views, and the first half of the book, like the book is divided in 3 parts, and there are 3 point of views. The first part is in Finn's point of view, the second is in Jack's point of view, who is Finn's best friend, and the last part is in Autumn's point of view, who is like the main female character of the book. So if you survive reading If He Had Been With Me, you should definitely like read If Only I Had Told Her. And mind you, this is like not a romance book as such. Like this is like a different point of views, so if you are like looking for a fluffy romance book, this is not the one for you. Then because I wanted to read like Turtles All the Way Down in the month of June, like the show, there is some show that came out by the same name, show or movie, I'm not sure, on one of like I think it was a web series, Turtles All the Way Down by John Green. I definitely like wanted to read this book. I actually wanted to read it in the month of May, like end of May, so that I can watch the show, but then I realized that the show is not available in India. So yeah, I will first read the book, because obviously the book is always better. Turtles All the Way Down, like this will be, I think, the first book I will be reading by John Green. I think I have read The Fault in Our Stars, but it was like way back. I don't even like remember much of it, like way back in my school days. Yeah, the last lot we have here. So because I read, like the only book that I am unsure of from this entire lot is like this book, Love on the Brain. So this book was on my February TBR, and I did read like Ali Hazelwood's another book. I don't even remember the name. Wait, let me peek up. Yeah, The Love Hypothesis. So that is like the first book in this series, and I have to say, like, there are so many authors who write like women in science, women in STEM better than Ali Hazelwood. No hate, but yeah, I have read like much better books. The only thing that I feel is like this is a marketing gimmick. Like yeah, the women in STEM entire vibe going on is a marketing gimmick. I think there are so many better books written by so many women authors that are like way better. Yeah, so Love on the Brain by Ali Hazelwood is like, it's been like sitting on my TBR card for a while now. So I was like, I want to make a video reading only pink books, and yeah, this book is going to be in that video. Then obviously Red, White and Royal Blue also was on my February TBR, and actually this entire pink reading book was on my February TBR, but if you saw my February wrap up, you know how the month of Jan and Feb were, so these videos were pending. So red, white and royal blue, obviously I want to like read the book first and then watch the show. Also I purchased this like red, white and royal blue from that right bookstore place, and if you can see, like the cover here is nice, but the entire color of the spine is like gone, and I'm like so freaking pissed right now. Like, you get pink books so rarely and then this happens. Then I think in the month of February only I picked up, what did I pick up? I'm like my brain is buffering so badly. The first book in this series by Elsie Silver was called Flawless, I think. Wait, the book is here, right here, yeah, Elsie Silver, Flawless, yeah. And I like that book was not like great, but I like the writing. Okay, my general rule is like the first book in any series is like a tester. If you like the writing, even if you dislike the plot, if you like the writing, the author is good and she will obviously do better with every book. So yeah, I picked up Heartless, which is the book 2 in Elsie Silver's Chestnut Spring series, and this one is like the tropes here are single dad, forced proximity, I think so, like she turns out to be his son's nanny. So yeah, there is this single dad nanny trope. They stay in the same house, of forced proximity, and I don't remember more. So yeah, Heartless, like this is the one book that I'm like most excited about, apart from like the Emily Henry books. And of course, because I am in love with like Elsie Silver so much, I had to like pick this book up, Wild Love, which is like a new series. I don't remember the name of series. Yeah, Rose Hill series. So Chestnut Spring series has 5 books, and Rose Hill series has like, I think the second book is coming this year in November or October, and the first one is Wild Love. The second one that will be coming out is called Wild Eyes. So you know, like I love the author so much, and I'm not sure, like this book might be in my new releases book vlog, or maybe reading pink books vlog. I'm not too sure, but yeah, this is Wild Love. And yeah, with that we come to the last book, which was the book that I purchased at Crossword, Kismat Connection, and it is like a Desi book. I love the entire Desi vibe going on. I have no idea what this book is about, but it is written by a Desi author and it is about Desi characters, so we'll see how this goes. Yeah, and with that we finish our book date. Do let me know, did you enjoy this date? Do let me know like more suggestions, like what else you want me to do on this book dates. And you know, these videos, like I saw like so many YouTubers in the West like doing this like bookish thing, bookish stuff, but I like adore Sarah's bookish videos. So yeah, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. Do let me know in the comments below if you have any suggestions, and I will see you in my next video. Until next time, stay flawsome.